Firmly believe that if we put all white people on one continent, there would be a new class system, a race system that emerged. People would then start discriminating against blonde people, or there would be some sort of class system that's so severe that if you don't come from money, that you're not being helped. Because that's the thing, someone commented this to be like, oh, well, if we put all the white people on a continent, then crime will disappear. The implication behind this comment is that black and brown people are the ones who are committing crimes, and that's why racism is justified.
When we talk about the beginnings of this country, the United States, what you have now is not how it started. It started with immigrants coming from England, coming from Europe, across the water, decided to stay, but they were immigrants. White individuals are immigrants. Staying is becoming a settler. When you say today, well, the original people who were here were all Christian, and we are a Christian nation, but you can't prove that when the amendment says, hey, the freedom of religion, because that goes against everything you believe. And here's the thing, it is part of the United States Constitution, it's law. So whenever you say this is a Christian nation, no, it's not. Well, the framers, their intent was, no, it wasn't. If the framers of this country, of the Constitution, were more interested in this being a Christian nation, they would have just put that in the Constitution. But you're pissed off that it didn't work out that way because you're more interested in being white, conservative, Republican, or whatever fits that. Now remember, we're not talking about every white person, every conservative, every Christian. As an example, we know there are millions of Christians that are Democrat, millions of Christians that are Republican, and millions of Christians that neither. You could talk all day about this is the good side, evil side, and all you're going to come back to is a document that's 250 years old that says, you have the right to choose the freedom of religion. Now, let's go a little bit further. For those of you that say that you're a Christian and you hate Muslims, you obviously are saying, I don't believe in the teachings of Jesus. Because Jesus said the second of the most important commandments is to love your neighbor as you love yourself. Anything that you're wishing on the community of Muslims, you're wishing on yourself. And it's really disgusting because you have hate, and it's racist because you don't like them because they dress differently. They're more conservative than you are. That's what you don't like. But you're not going to hate on the Buddhists. You're not hating on the Hindus. Every opportunity that there is to divide this country through racism, through conservativeness, republicanness, has existed. And yes, even Democrats. And we can talk all day, well, what the Democrats used to be this, and then this year we saw them switch. And the Republicans used to be this, and then they switched. All true. That goes to tell you that none of us are perfect. None of us have made always the right decisions. But today, if you're about integrity, and today, if you're about character, it's not hard to see what's going on in our government that, oh, whoa, that's not character. Whoa, that's not integrity. You want accountability? It has to be everybody. This is where we put a blanket, is in accountability and integrity and character.